In a world full of noise and spin and shadows, one voice cuts through the lies like a blade through smoke.
Fear no man, fear no evil.
Because the truth is the only thing that matters.
Dance with the devil, walk with the angels, and the truth shall set you free. This ain't for the faint of heart. This ain't for the easily offended. This is where real talk lives. Because if it ain't black, it's white.
Welcome to the one, the only, the Robb Crocker Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages, welcome to the Robb Crocker Show. My name is Alex Gonzalez, and I'm here with Jared Burrows, otherwise known as JB.
Absolutely.
How are we doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Another Tuesday. It didn't rain, but we expected it
For a little bit, but it's been better.
Yeah.
Or actually, it's been worse, I should say. This was actually great. But enough of that. Let me introduce the man of the hour, Robb Crocker.
Robb Crocker.
How are we doing today?
I'm doing great, guys. As I always say, dance with the devil, walk with the angels, and the truth will set you free. If it is not black, it has to be white.
Absolutely.
And I can't wait to get this show started. What a time to be alive in this world that we live in. I couldn't be more grateful for every breath that I get to take and enjoy walking the streets, being with you guys. So thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity to let my voice reach you, and hope some of the things I say can touch your heart and you will take the time to listen and evaluate. Don't just gaze over. As I've said over and over and over, trust your eyes and trust your ears, and on the Robb Crocker Show, you will hear the truth.
Absolutely. And that's a great point, honestly, especially right now. And we say this every year, it gets worse and worse, but all the misinformation that's out there, especially from the news organizations you're supposed to trust, you have to be vigilant and actually think about what is being said.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter, you said supposed to trust. I couldn't trust a single news media since I woke up back in 2016. So I think it's important for everyone to self-check everything you watch.
Social media has allowed us to see more, to hear more. But what is it you're seeing? What is it you're hearing? And is it really truth?
No.
So I think you have to take it upon yourself to evaluate what it is you're seeing and what it is you're hearing.
Mm-hmm.
But there's things that you don't need to see and that you don't need to hear to realize what the truth is. And they are two of the simplest things that we all deal with in our life on a daily basis. And somehow they control how we live our life. Those two things are love and hate. Two simple words that have so much power.
Yeah. They only control you because people watch the news. I don't watch TV. I never paid for cable my entire life. I will never, ever. NBC, ABC, which is Disney, MSNBC, which is also NBC, and Microsoft. But then you have, CNN, fake news. Everyone knows. PBS, can you trust them? Fox, absolutely not.
They're all owned by the same people.
Well, you got 5 to 6 billionaires that own everything else. Always remember, I forget who the president was at the time, I think it was late 80s, early 90s. They consolidated like 60 news networks to 5 people. At the end of the day, it's very simple. Why trust those that always agree? We want to hear everyone's terms.
News used to be, you only had 4 networks essentially. You had ABC, CBS, NBC, and PBS. Those were the 4 outlets that you got your news from.
Yeah, but what time? Before that, it was way more before they controlled it.
Wait, he's saying in the beginning.
I'm saying
like,
when TV
you had
was
4
black
channels.
and white.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Way
saying
back.
when the moon landing was aired on TV. You had ABC, CBS, NBC, and you had to actually get up out of your chair to go to the TV and turn the dial. You had reputable people there who were analyzing what was actually going on in the world and reporting the facts.
Reporting.
Real news reporters.
They were reporting that this many people died today in Vietnam. They didn't spin it and say, well, we did this or they did that. It was not opinionated. It was factual. So as time has progressed, for us to get to where we are today, everything you see on TV or hear on the radio or read on social media, it touches your feelings. It reaches to try to get whatever you happen to be watching, whatever you happen to be listening to, is trying to find the love over here, or is trying to find the hate over here. Because those two emotions have the ability to control the environment that we live in. Love, it's a positive emotion.
I would say that it doesn't even necessarily control the environment we live in, but it controls your perception of it. So if you have a table like this and we're all raging and we all hate, we're going to be viewing each other as enemies or just bad people in general. But if we're operating based out of love, then we can get along and do something great together. So I think it's not necessarily, I mean, and to your point,
Yeah.
if you have enough of those people, it can shape the environment in the long run.
Yeah, I do agree with what you're saying, but I do think you're wrong in the sense of that if you love everyone,
Oh, wrong. When have I ever been wrong?
I would say you're wrong. What I'm saying is, if you hate everyone, you have no perspective. If you love everyone, you have no perspective. But what I do think is that from the outside looking in, focusing on the facts, just because you saw something on TV or reported by the news and it's limited and all the news agrees with each other and they don't fight with each other. Prime example, during the election, Fox News promotes Trump. CNN hates Trump. But if someone got shot as a prominent Republican, or supposedly, all of a sudden, everyone's for it. How can it possibly be? What I believe is that they use emotions, whether it's love or hate, in a way to control the way you're thinking. If your outlook is purely based on emotions, they own you. And no one owns me. I have no emotions. I look at the facts.
So hate is a negative emotion.
Negative emotion.
Very negative emotion.
Very.
Gonzo gave a very good analogy. The three of us love the environment that we're in. It allows us to speak openly, agreeing or disagreeing, whatever the topic is.
Yeah.
That gives a balance to the environment. But when you take all of the entities that we discussed earlier, they create the emotions. They stoke the fire, whether it's love or hate. And so many people consume the perspective, whatever entity it is. You gave a great example, JB, whether it's Fox. Those people take that to the gospel, whatever it may be.
I agree.
Then you look at other networks that show the hatred, whatever that may be, and it stokes the fire, and it intensifies the emotions in whatever area that's going on in the country. So I'm not a controllable individual. You just said you're not a controllable individual. I know Gonzo's not a controllable individual.
No.
But there's so many people who don't have the strength. They look at that as a common ground to magnitude, to just a magnet that sucks them in. That's where they want to go.
You're right. I view myself as an equal opportunity hater. I don't give a fuck about mainstream media. I do not watch TV. I'm 33. I moved at 23. I've never bought cable in my life. I would never buy cable. I don't buy TV. I do not care. I don't watch commercials. You can't tell me a vision. I do not care. I think the eyes are the windows of the soul, and I really truly believe that's what Christ wants, because you have to control what you're bringing in. At the same time, I'll also say, with Alex's point, is that it's pretty simple. I think that what you invite in is what you'll get out. And so at the end of the day, I want positive things, but I also want the truth at the same time. So when we look at, there's only, 5 or 6 billionaires that own all the news networks, why would I watch something in which they all essentially agree? It's ironic to me when you watch Fox News that they would minor to help Trump or hate him at the same time. Like with that faggot Ben Shapiro, same idea. He could be pro-Trump or anti-Trump, whether it makes Daily Wire money or not. What I'm simply trying to get at is I really want people to tell the truth and be explicit, and let alone everything else, and drop the politics. And we're not really seeing that nowadays. I think it's not as raw as it should be. I think back then, like you're talking about, to your first point, was like back in the day, you have a news reporter report on the news what they saw instead of being told on a teleprompter what they should say.
I think if everyone would focus on the other people and find a common connection, we'd be a lot further along as a society, not just America, but across the world. We have places that have been fighting for thousands and thousands of years. We as in America, we as in other countries, are not going to stop their hatred. Their hatred is biblical.
Exactly.
So for us to interfere and say, you know what, we can stop this. We can change this. You can look at the Middle East as an example. They have become monetarily
beneficial to us.
They have grown astronomical. But the thing about it is, everyone is not growing. It is similar to the same description that you described about the mogul media. There are kings. There are tiers of levels over there who are benefiting by all of the growth.
I think they're false prophets. You know, every late night show retard like Jimmy Faggot Kimmel, you know, has been removed, which is hyper ironic because even the liberals couldn't stand him saying something inappropriate. So
you know, they said they're bringing a show back though.
His show
Did
is
you see
back.
That?
His show is back.
So what happened there?
Well, the thing about it is, everyone knows if it's not black, it's white. I believe in free speech. You, the listener, might not like what I have to say. But as the opening monologue says, it's the truth. And if you don't like the truth, you don't have to listen. So the people at ABC/Disney, they can make any decision they want. Whether they want to keep Jimmy Kimmel and his negative bullshit comments right, wrong, or indifferent. That is their prerogative. But it's the viewer who has the ability not to watch him. Everything is run and controlled by money.
Yeah. For one, I would never watch Jimmy
Kimmel.
Yeah, sorry. And also on top of that, always remember, before I was old enough, he was on the Man Show, talking about big titties and also squeezing girls' butts, things like that. Like
the stuff that they attacked Trump for that one time he was caught on tape saying it.
Let alone the fact that why would we care?
Again, the thing about it is, if you get hung up in the simple things like that, you're wasting your time.
You're
you
right.
Have the
you're
ability,
right.
We all three
You're right.
can control the narrative right now. Don't watch it. I don't watch him.
I don't watch
I couldn't
him
tell you.
Well, I was going to say, too, you're talking about people deciding whether or not they want to watch his show. From what I've heard, his ratings are so bad, so obviously people are choosing not to watch it anyway.
The most beautiful part about this is ABC and Disney. They brought him back. But guess what? ABC and Disney aren't the ones who distribute his show across the country.
So who's funding it?
It doesn't matter who's funding it. He's getting paid by ABC and Disney. The thing about it is the local markets aren't airing it. Just because they brought him back doesn't mean he's back on every TV. They are denying him that opportunity and that pleasure.
Well, fuck him, for one. And two, whoever funds him should also be in trouble, too.
But again, he's allowed by the Constitution to say whatever it is he wants
Absolutely.
to say.
Absolutely.
Whether we agree or disagree.
No, absolutely. You're
The
completely right.
judgment of us makes things less clear. It creates the instability. The people who control it all are up here. We are down here. But the people down here control this country. We control the narrative.
And people have not remembered what you're saying, Crocker. They need to remember.
Yes. This goes back to the emotion. Which emotion is stronger? Because love is peace and growth. The people with love in their heart, they're normally not violent people. They are a peaceful group that just want to be happy. Hate, which is what he spews, which is what he did that night. He, by his words, is the one who created the destructive and divisive behavior.
Who did?
Jimmy Kimball, as you so eloquently say.
Well, I
It's-
said
he
faggot,
was
which meant-
driven by the negativity, and immediately everybody gravitated to the hate. The people who have love and peace in their heart never even talked about it. It was the people who live by hate were vehemently, you can't do this, you can't do this. It's bullshit. If you work for a company, that company can fire you anytime they want.
Which is
You're
what
not
a lot of
gu-
people have been finding out recently.
You're not guaranteed a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't perform with your contract, whether it's 1 million, 50 million, you can be terminated. 4 calls. His cause was he hurt the brand.
Yeah, exactly. I think the real cause was that he wasn't performing, and they were able to use that recent incident as their reason for getting rid of him. But then to turn around and bring him back,
It's a weak thing. To
Yeah.
do.
Who gives a shit?
and that, yeah, at the end of the day,
Why I do? I
You
think.
care because of why?
I
Principle?
think. Yes, I think.
What's the principle?
Disney should swallow it and say, at the end of the day, he's a fucking loser, and he said some things he shouldn't have said. Why are you paying some fucking loser on payroll? We can hire anyone else.
All right, this is where you and I are going to disagree.
Not at all.
Rush Limbaugh.
No, he should be on there still.
Well, hold on. He was working. He leapt. He had a great platform.
I know.
He went to ESPN.
I was wrong.
He said some derogatory things that,
Doesn't exist. Freedom of speech.
again, freedom
Yeah.
of speech lets Jimmy Kimball say what Jimmy Kimball wants to say, whether the three of us agree with it or disagree
I know.
with it.
Yeah.
But this news can create the emotions that we're all feeling right now. That impacts the country and how the country moves forward. So the country, through love and hate,
Yeah.
is controllable.
no, absolutely. I think that at the end of the day, we have to look at what's happening from a perspective of the reason why they're doing these things, as you alluded to, is essentially to control us through emotions, whether it's love or hate. A lot of times what we're seeing is that it is through hate. You have to hate this guy or hate what these people are doing.
He's right.
And that's the weapon that they're using is the media.
Yeah, and I don't hate anyone. Jimmy Kimmel, I just think it's funny
Just
that
strongly
like
dis-
someone would say they should kick him off, when ironically he's hated everyone.
The one thing, if everyone could gravitate around, is God.
Mhm.
But there's people in this country who don't believe in God.
That's
They,
sad.
they believe in Allah.
Which is why they weren't raptured today.
They believe in Quran. They believe in things that are completely different than what this country was founded on. None of those people should be in a political office.
No. I think that to be in any sort of political limelight, you should want to fight for the truth and fight for what's right. But the problem is, whether it's news, whether it's the politicians themselves,
Yes.
it's all entertainment,
Yep.
it's all manipulation, and it's also that they can make more money, essentially.
The real irony is that we have the weak individuals vote. We let the dumb people vote who outnumber us today. I mean, I'm not going to say everything, but we can all say who it is. It's very obvious. And
So what does this country care about? What is it this country
Exactly.
cares about?
This is what I'm
is
looking
it,
at.
You've got smart people, dumb
Yes.
people, whatever you want to classify people as.
You're right.
What is it that the individual themselves, whether you're black,
I think
white,
that it's security.
brown, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let's limit the interruptions.
What
so we
matters?
can keep going.
What does everybody care about?
I really think it's security. I think most people care about security. It's usually a paycheck.
Security meaning what?
I usually think it's in a paycheck form where people are like, well, I'm fine where I'm at. But but
Financial security,
financial security.
safety in your
safety.
home.
But at the end of the day, they want to be able to buy, honey bread, milk, and go home and be like, I'm fine.
Okay,
But that's
based
not-
off of what you're saying there, JB, that's not what the people of New York want. By wanting Mom Donnie,
Well, who gives a fucking shit about New
But
York?
the thing is, I think that they want the same. They think they want the same
They
things.
think. They're
Meaning they
retarded.
do want security
Yes.
by getting free housing or getting free food. But if
Speaking
you
of
look at
food,
that logically,
speaking of
real
food,
quick,
you know what I'm
we'll go
thinking
to
of.
food. But
The vineyard.
they think they're going to get that, but at the end of the day, it's going to cost them in the long run, and they're not going to get free housing or free food. And if they do, it's going to be essentially living in the slums.
But-
speaking of food, before you get to that, speaking of food, our favorite place, which we went to the other weekend
Yes, do it.
for a quick bit, the Vineyard. And oh my goodness, let me tell you, they have the best food in the world. No exaggeration. I would go there every day of the week if my wallet allowed me to.
I know a guy.
You.
It's amazing what the back half of that house does with the simplest ingredients. They can take lettuce and make lettuce taste good.
Which is hard to do.
They can take bison burger and create something parlez-vous that I never even knew existed.
They
Couldn't
could-
even pronounce it.
They could put ribs and wings in your Bloody Marys.
Absolutely. There's no doubt that the bar staff there, Mike, Lauren, Tiny, those guys do a great job. And it's interesting that we're talking about it. I never complain about the Vineyard, but I am going to complain about Sunday night. They happened to be closed, which created a problem.
So where do you go?
They really should fix that.
It wasn't a problem. I'm glad that everybody knows I love to have fun.
We should have a 24-hour Vineyard.
I agree with that. I completely agree with that statement. But Mr. Jones, Dan, everybody there, Chef Liz, everybody does a phenomenal job, and it's outstanding. And everybody needs to take a break. Everybody needs to party and have fun. But this past Sunday night, they had a private party,
Wow.
and which is good.
They have a lot of those, actually.
Well, normally I'm not listening to music that I've never heard of. I'm not vibrating listening to this music. So it was pretty interesting and pretty comical, but good for everybody. I hope everybody had a good time. But let's get back to what people care about. I think people care about the economy. If people don't have money, they can't function. And there's a lot of circumstances that create and dictate how that happens. I think that safety is a huge topic. Crime in cities. I don't think anyone wants to walk around and feel unsafe wherever they go. Wherever that may be, in big cities, small towns. That's why I find it so disheartening and disingenuous that people who run these cities don't want help from the federal government, because that help isn't doing anything other than making.
But you know why?
I don't understand that. Is it love or hate?
It's pride.
It's because they hate America.
100%.
It's real simple.
It's pride.
It's because they love the title that they have.
And the money. And the power.
Ding, ding, ding. You think
So-
Jasmine Crockett gives a shit about anybody?
No. Besides
You
Jasmine
think
Crockett.
AOC gives a damn about anybody?
No.
She was a bartender.
And if she cared
She
about
got
people,
a position. She will not debate anybody on substance. That's why Kamala Harris lost.
I think if AOC still cared about people, she would be making
No.
drinks still.
Kamala Harris lost
Just
because she's
saying.
a dumb piece of shit motherfucker. At the end of the day, it's very simple. No, you can laugh all you want. I don't care. He's laughing.
This is funny.
I don't care.
It's funny.
Alex is laughing. I don't care. Let's be very frank.
Who is the dumb person?
A lot of
Kamala
people.
Harris.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Specifically Kamala Harris.
Let's be honest here. In 2020, if you move the woman vote, which I disagree with, I'm just simply saying, with the dead vote and the woman vote, 14 million votes disappeared because we all know it's fake. Trump still would have won with the cheating. We do
In which election?
recognize 2020.
2020.
All right. Well, the greatest thing that happened to us, in my personal opinion,
No.
is he did not win that election.
No.
Because right now, we are at a time that we need a leader more so than ever.
That makes no
and
sense.
we would not have
I get what
had.
he's saying.
No.
We would not, if he would have won,
No.
and been there from 20 to 24, where are we today? Right now,
The same
I care
place we are
about
now.
Let
today.
him finish.
Oh,
I
sorry,
care about today more than I do at 2020. That's why I want Trump to stop talking about it. Trump is like repeat, and repeat. If he will concentrate on today and how to make tomorrow better, this country will get away from the hatred that we're in right now.
There was one instance that I saw, I think yesterday,
What?
where it was the most direct I've seen Trump in a long time, and it was his position on defending Poland if Poland was attacked. He said, absolutely, I will. That was the most direct answer he's ever given. He didn't beat around the bush or kind of try to elaborate and go in circles.
He's got one better today, Gonzo.
What was that?
He was asked a question. If Russia attacked any of the NATO countries, what would you do? He said, I would tell every NATO country to shoot the Russian planes down. And then he was immediately asked, what would you do? I would support NATO.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, too, that is more of a NATO conflict, or meaning a European conflict, than it is
Yes.
ours. So we can
is
obviously
true.
support that, but to get directly involved would essentially lead to World War III.
Which will never happen.
The escalation, going back to love and hate. Putin loves being on top. He hates losing. So
So do
we'll-
you. So do I.
Absolutely. So, but I don't run Russia.
Not
So
yet.
how far? That's a good statement, actually. So how far is Putin willing to push the buttons?
Right.
Are you out of your mind?
Am I out of my mind?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, I think what you're trying to get at is,
No.
At the end of the- no,
he's
listen.
100% correct.
I know, but at the end of the day,
Okay.
if Putin's intentions were genuine, what is his purpose for attacking other NATO countries?
He wants the Soviet Union back together. As what's that old statement?
No.
Let's get the band back together.
No.
I don't entirely believe that,
No.
personally.
NATO's a piece of shit. UN's a bunch of faggots. At the end of the day, it's very simple. Who controls the world? We all know the answer. We can't say it here. Right? We cannot say here. Now, I love our podcast. We cannot say here. What I'm simply saying is, at the end of the day, we have China, who's building a military, and they copy run. You have Russia, white Orthodox Christians. We have UN fake, NATO gay. At the end of the day, you can laugh all you want. You can laugh
Can I have
all
a
you
beer?
want.
The truth,
I need a beer.
I don't know if
You can laugh all you want. The fact of the matter is, they can't touch you. Then we come to the UK. They own still most of the world. Gonzo knows this. Anyone with a fucking can Google knows this. They own most of the world. But the military power is gone. The military power of the UK.
Where do you see
is
the
gone.
Jewish state of Israel coming into this whole evaluation?
What do you mean?
What is their
They've been there their entire life. They're older than you.
what is their state in the big umbrella that you're talking about?
We always
we-
have
do-
to go back to a very simple state. Is that Britain owns more land on the so-called globe than anyone knows. No, it's not a joke.
No.
They know,
That's a fact.
That's a fact. They own
Do you know who owns the most land in the United States of America?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, but
And who else? Bill Gates, the Mormon Church, the Catholic
fuck
Church,
the Mormons.
and Ted Turner.
Yeah, fuck them all. But go back to UK. They own the Caribbean. They own virtually most of Europe and all of Australia. I mean, they own continents. Who can say that? That's amazing, honestly. But yet, bear in mind, they conquered continents back in the day, but they don't now. The fact of the matter is, financially they do, because you don't have to fight someone in person. Like, why would I physically attack you
What
if
I-
I own your bank account?
What I will say to kind of go off what you were saying and
Go
then
for it. Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
question is that some countries / entities control a lot of land on paper, and other entities or countries have control over a lot of other countries. And it may not be physically owning the land or physically owning the country itself, but control comes in many forms. If I have blackmail on you, I can control you to do almost anything. Maybe not
absolutely.
Crocker specifically, but just generally speaking.
Absolutely.
So there's a country out there that has control over a lot of the countries in NATO.
Is it a country?
Well, technically, it's a country. So that's the thing. It's all about control at the end of the day. Russia wants X amount of control. The United States wants X amount of control. China does. Israel, Britain. The problem
So-
is, what are they doing to gain control? Is it genuine
So-
or is it all malicious?
So here's what I've learned. I'm only 33, but here's what I've learned. The three major cities and capitals of the world that own all the money is London and UK. You have New York, New City, and Dubai. But the son of Dubai, the
Is
king.
it Dubai or Saudi Arabia?
Well, it's
Different.
not, because he owns it all. It's not a joke. The son of Dubai owns everything. So what I'm saying is, he's friends with Trump. So 3 legs of the triangle have been established, but 1 leg has been removed. So when it comes to the UK family,
All right, right now I'm out and I'm getting ready to cut the fucking legs off.
No.
It's real simple.
it's not.
Okay, yeah.
Let
is.
him explain.
It's very, very simple. Internet goes down. There is no more banking. You're not going, and I'm not going to a bank. It's the person who has the physical material that has the control.
We're here.
Well, there you go. So, the United States of America could be on its own island, self-dependent.
We've been that forever.
There you go. But we're getting rid of the 3-pronged triangle that you were describing. I would be all okay.
Impossible.
World War III happens. Internet's down.
That's not going to happen.
Internet's down. Banking's down. You can't go get money. The plausibility of this happening is so great with Mamdani having the opportunity to be the
100%.
mayor of New
You're
York
right.
City.
Yes.
New York City, the financial capital of this country, could be no more. people will exit. Modern Democrats' view on America is merely a place with shameful past.
Yes.
They have a common agreement that being an American is an irreconcilable difference, whether it's religion, whether it's sex. They are the ones who are creating the constant conflict.
Yes.
So allowing that to continue, how do you stop it?
Are you telling me the people that control the world let a Muslim run New York?
I would say yes. And here's why. Because they can
Control.
use him. Yes, exactly.
Control.
Because it allows
He's a useless, dumb motherfucker.
but it allows the Democrats to attempt to
You're correct.
destroy
You're absolutely correct.
this country on a daily basis.
And that's what they
so
want.
So why do they want this to happen?
What do you mean? You just said it.
But why? What,
do you mean?
what benefit does it do?
Any way to destroy a God-given land, white populace, anyone else, they hate you. They fucking hate you. Talk to anyone who believes in Talmud.
I believe America is the land of the free
And they don't.
and the home of the brave.
Exactly. And you're
This
right.
is why I started out with love and hate.
And you're correct.
JB's been spending his voice on hate.
No.
Hate.
I'm agreeing with you.
It's okay.
You're the people you're speaking of are filled with hate.
They are.
So how do the people like us fight them with the love and compassion
We need people
that
like
we
you.
have for this country?
We need people like you to speak against them because at the end of the day, it's propaganda.
Well, here it is, plain and simple, guys.
Yes.
Being an American is like winning the ultimate lottery ticket.
100%. You're right.
Real patriots know what it's like to have the freedom that we all have. We can never allow this to be taken away from us. And the Democrats no longer do. They want the socialism. They want the communism. So you've got the major cities with the major population. This is why they fight so hard every year to get rid of the electoral college.
Exactly.
To take away
You're
the
right.
common person's voice.
100% correct.
I think that's a great way to put it. And it's true.
So we're going to go to food
Again.
again. I learned this past week on an airplane, and I was amazed by it. I was sitting here reading this article thinking there's no way in earth that this is the truth. McDonald's sells 6.5 million burgers per day worldwide.
Yeah.
That's 195 million burgers a month. How many places as you travel do you see cows lined up to, hey, whoop, I'm going to turn into a burger? Where
Yeah.
are all the cows coming from?
Well, the better question is, where is all the meat coming
We're
from?
getting there. So, do you see big farms anywhere? Across the world, globally, the numbers don't add up when you start adding and counting how many this is. So, what is it we're actually eating? That's just That's just McDonald's. So, when you calculate that out, the average cow produces 2,000 quarter-pound burgers.
Okay.
So,
Wow, actually, I don't believe that.
I talked to a butcher.
I eat it all.
I talked to a butcher. It's either 1,800 to 2,200. So I took the average of a cow.
no,
you
I'm
can-
not saying
no.
it wrong. I'm
The-
saying how big the burger
Because,
is.
quarter pounds. But to be fair, you can grind up most of the meat to make ground beef.
and that's what
yeah,
they
yeah,
did.
yeah.
That's what they did.
That's good.
So that's 325 cows. So we're going to keep doing the math. That's one.
A day? Is that what you're... So,
oh, no. 1,000,000.
Okay.
170,000 cows a day
okay.
to produce enough burger.
Okay.
Just for McDonald's. We're not talking
For one day?
for one day.
Okay.
So don't eat McDonald's.
We're just talking. That's the entity where it starts. You've got restaurants. You've got everything else. You got grocery stores. So
Distributors.
that's
Crocker's right.
1,367 cows a day
Okay.
to produce that much burger. There is only 1.6 billion cows that are quote unquote set up for cattle on Earth. And that's cattle, that's counting calves, that's counting everything.
Huh.
So how can you survive if all the cows went away? As
You
the
can't.
Democrats want to get rid
With farms.
of farms.
Well, it's very simple. You never trust a faggot, for one. And number two, if they're not family oriented, why would you care? At the end of the day, it's very simple.
Oh, I
Believe in Crocker.
I agree.
We go back to where I go
Like,
and what I
serious.
think of.
We need to double the farmland. And
Where
also,
do we get our food from?
To his point,
Us.
yes.
You're correct.
But hold on. To
No,
his
you're
point,
right.
what he's saying is, if you do the numbers, there's not enough cows on planet Earth
I know.
to produce all this meat. So where is the meat coming from?
as we discussed before, people
Because we
that
know
hate.
that we do not import
Yep.
beef. There's
And
countries
probably shouldn't.
that we can't export our beef to.
Yeah, but we have people like Bill Gates has the most farmland ever.
But just because you have the most farmland, don't mean you have cowboys out there running cattle.
What I'm
That's
saying
why
is-
Florida
Hold on.
is in the top
What
five
I'm saying is,
as far as a cattle state.
what I'm saying is, with an individual who hates America, also known as Bill Gates, he should not own this. As long with the Chinese who also hates America, who funds him?
Here's
Just
another
like
thing
his
I
fake
would.
wife who also divorced him. What we also need is people that own farmland in America that want to promote America.
I will say this too, since you brought up Bill Gates. I think it's funny that he's trying to really push this lab-grown meat thing.
Exactly.
My personal belief is that the lab-grown meat and other issues, but lab-grown meat is already a thing. He just needs a way to make it legal.
Monetize.
No, he just needs a way to make it legal.
The thing about that is no different than everyone who wants to create vegan. The amount of
I
land
fucking hate that shit.
that you have to destroy to grow and create vegan is 66% more. You kill everything on that land.
Including animals.
So why would you trust a beta male to promote veganism?
We don't. But to
We
your
don't.
point, veganism still kills animals at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
It's not just the land
It's
and the
disgusting.
crops.
kills
It's
so much more
disgusting.
because of the fertilizer. Right now, since the early 80s,
Disgusting.
corn to 2024,
Even corn.
it costs the same amount per bushel. What's changed? The cost of equipment to harvest it has gone up.
Yep.
The cost of growing it has gone up.
Labor.
The one thing that has gone up 6,000% is the fertilizer. Who owns the fertilizing? That's what you have to ask yourself.
No,
Who
same.
tells you when you can grow, how you can grow, what seeds you can grow? It's a controllable situation.
At the end of the day, same thing with the McGraw books. Who owns those? At the end of the day, who owns everything?
This goes back to what we have the ability to control as a consumer. When you go in the grocery store, you get to decide, do you want to buy this orange juice or this orange juice? Or you only have one choice of orange juice if you live in New York City, and you can only take one.
State orange juice.
New York City is going to have a hard way to go with orange juice, though. But hate,
You're right.
no one hates you because you're transgender. No one hates you because of your color. What generates any of that? No one judges you because of your sexuality. They judge you because you
On your character.
do ignorant stuff, then cry racism or bigotry.
Yeah, I agree.
And as soon as you find out that your actions have consequences, you cry wolf.
Yeah.
Which is great because with the First Amendment, you have freedom of speech, but no one has freedom of consequences. And so if you act like a faggot, people will treat you like one.
Someone just said you lied.
What did I lie
That
about?
last thing you just talked about.
Yeah,
that
probably
no
a
one hates
faggot.
you for all those reasons.
It's probably dumb.
You're a victim.
I'm going to restate what I said then. I, Robb Crocker, personally don't hate you because
No.
you're a transgender.
No.
I don't hate you because you don't look like me.
Exactly.
I personally don't hate you because you're gay. I even don't hate you because you go out and do stupid stuff.
Exactly.
I'm going to hate you if you hurt me or you hurt anyone I care about, my family. I'm not Erica Kirk. I'm not going to forgive you. I'm going to throw a stone
I agree.
to break the glass house.
Yeah, I agree.
It's plain and simple. So no, I did not lie. Whoever said that.
I agree.
Well, I agree with you in the sense of realistically.
Identity politics has been so escalated.
Yeah.
That's what's happened to allow someone to tell me I lied. Because I didn't lie.
I agree.
I never lie.
Listen,
I agree.
at the end of the day, I agree with
If
you.
someone disagreed with me, it does not mean
Your character changes.
bigotry. It doesn't mean any of that.
Yeah, we agree.
The issue isn't who you are. The issue is what you are.
99% of Americans are what you describe. No one actually hates people because of how they look or what they claim to be.
Yeah, only
It is
faggots.
actions that cause the dislike or the hatred.
Yeah.
Genuinely, that's generally what I believe. I think there might be like 1% of people that have been convinced to hate people based on how they look.
I agree. It's mainly
But
like-
realistically, you're right. I agree with
Here's
that.
It's
my-
mainly followers that are they give themselves away. 'cause
I'm
they're-
getting ready to address that
Yeah.
right now. I never speak ill will of anybody
Never.
because I don't know these people.
Exactly.
But I would be more than willing to debate, discuss anything that we ever talk about on this show with anyone, via email, via text message. It doesn't matter. I want to hear what you have to say. You might enlighten me on something that I don't know, but I'm willing to listen.
Yeah.
But your victimhood won't allow you to accept that, because that would mean that you would have to change. And that's much harder than being the victim who cried bigotry or discrimination, because I do neither.
Absolutely. And the people you're describing that essentially play victim have caused a lot of the issues that we see today.
I want to end the show tonight because of my love and my care for the Latin Americans in the United States. We talk about it every week, and I think that when I see Trump putting out his, let me get to it. When he puts out his card, I find it disingenuous, where someone can pay $1 million to get Donald Trump's gold card
Yeah.
because he launched $1 million gold card. All right. The person who can purchase that card is already in a financial position to what value is that individual going to do for the United States of America. A corporation can purchase a card for employees for $2 million. So why cannot the United States of America come up with a system that allows the hardworking Latin Americans who add value to this country every day? I don't care if you set up an amount, whatever the amount is, they're going to agree to it. Set it up on a payment term. You have the ability to track what's going on. You know the scenario. Right now, with technology the way it is, these guys are getting caught driving down the interstate because of the flock system that I've talked about here. Their license tags get picked up in certain counties, in certain states that are more aggressive on immigration. So come up with a plan where you can officially vet them in an in-depth manner. The people who have been here, who have genuinely added value to our country, instead of saying, hey, you know what? People, wherever you may be, you can come here for $1 million. And as long as you don't commit a crime, you're in the system, you're part of America. I don't buy that. There's a lot of things I agree with President Trump on, but I completely I disagree with this. I don't think it's genuinely in the best interest of America, because I think you will take some of the smartest people who have gotten us to where we are in Silicon Valley. Why do I need to pay $1 million to be here for a Trump card? I'll go to India, I'll go to China, and I'll do the same thing I'm doing right here.
I thought H-1B one's $100,000, not $1 million.
He's talking about the gold card.
Yeah, but we don't need a gold card to bring people here who are talented.
Right, but he's saying, what is the purpose of the gold card if it's not just to promote essentially people that already have the money to come here? He's saying, why can't we figure out a system for hardworking people to come here?
Yeah, I'm just saying, in that effect, we need people like Crocker here who knows their shit. But in all fairness, he needs to make money first, not people from outside. That's all.
Not people looking for handouts.
Well, yeah, that in fact matters if you get money.
Go back to what we talk about so many times. The kid who gets the Ferrari, who has the money.
He does or parents does?
All right, let me finish.
All right.
Who gets the $1 million Donald Trump gold card, gets him here.
Yeah.
He or she, when they get here, are going to be entitled. They're going to be the ones that go out and destroy something, possibly kill someone. Not any different than the Latin American who's here, who has committed a crime and gets caught. I want to know the difference in a working man and a given man. The money, this person's willing to go work for it every day, pay my debt to society. And when I say pay my debt to society, I mean becoming part of the United States of America, to actually care about that lottery ticket that we described. Not the person over here that got it bought for him, who's going to come over here and kumbaya, go to the bars in the city and party it up. What value? Who is adding more value to America?
Fair enough. I agree with that in a sense of that $1 million that's being paid, where is that money going? Just like our taxes, where is the money going? And are these people actually going to bring benefit to this country? Or is it people that actually want to come here and make a better life for themselves and contribute to the country?
But we already have the problem / issue that we already have a group of individuals that are here. Instead of trying to spend the energy and the time on removing all these people, let's figure out a way to implement them into the system that we already have.
I agree.
Because so much energy, so many commercials, so much time, and so much money is being expended on doing something to where there's a simpler way to do it, and these people are willing to pay to be here. So they're willing to subject themselves to being vetted, just like the person who's going to pay for the $1 million card. They're willing to go say, you know what? I've been here. I came here. I committed a crime by coming here.
Yeah.
But I want to add value to the United States of America, and I'm willing to pay for my mistake.
Right. Make it right.
Yes. So do we have anybody else who wants to agree or disagree?
No, not yet.
All right, well, that's good. So we've established that I didn't lie.
No, you never lied.
I don't think so.
All right. Because I don't want anybody to ever feel when they tune in, and I appreciate everybody who tunes in on Tuesday, because Tuesday's a weird night, and I hope, because most of the people who watch us, they click on later when they're traveling or whatever. We're not a live audience. You know what? Maybe we should do a live audience one night. And
Maybe you should.
I think that could be a good deal.
Take live questions. Yeah. A lot of the people find us on Facebook now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll do a live show, maybe Instagram and YouTube simultaneously, so people can come and go, because it takes a devoted person to sit here and watch us banter and talk and listen to what we're having to say. But I'm going to ask you, Gonzo, in closing tonight, if someone killed your wife, killed your mom, killed your dad, I know you're a religious person, would you be able to forgive that individual?
Might take a bit. I think in the end, I not only should, but I think that's the right thing to do. However, and speaking honestly, I think that I would struggle with hating that person, possibly for the rest of my life. I think that's a despicable thing.
So you would be sitting
That's
there in a position
It's real.
to where you would try to forgive. You wouldn't immediately go to hate in eye for eye.
Well, no, I didn't say that.
No.
Not immediate. We're talking immediately. Let's be
yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Someone does that. No, my initial reaction is obviously going to be hatred, and you can say that's negative. But let's be honest, we're
Right,
human.
yeah,
That's
I
what
mean,
happens.
Yeah.
Will I learn to forgive that person eventually? I think I could. But no, if I'm being honest, I don't think I'm going to get
Is
up on
this
I don't
person-
think I'm going to get up on stage the following week and go, I forgive this person.
I'm fucking gay.
Let's be honest. I think I'm going to be realistically probably bawling my eyes out somewhere.
In all
Not
fairness-
shooting fireworks off the stage and saying,
Yeah.
we're selling shirts outside.
Exactly. It's fake. But for him, in all fairness, it would be more or less his access.
What?
Or no?
Access to what?
If someone attacked you, you have to defend yourself.
If someone attacked me, yeah. Now, the situation is if someone, did that and I wasn't there, let's say.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
I just think that we're at a point that it takes a special person to forgive
Yeah.
someone under that magnitude. Whatever the circumstances, we can talk about who, what, when, how, but the man died, and there's a grieving wife. So, JB, as we close down the show tonight, what would you like to get off your ship this week?
Well, that's a great question.
Didn't expect that one.
No, well, it's science fiction, so we can get rid of that.
I'll answer first
Here's the deal.
if you want to think about it.
Here's the deal. I want people to really look in to what's happening and not be so emotionally reactive and focus on real life on top of what's happening now. But I say that, I'm going to get attacked at the same time as everything else. But I think that people should be focused on reality.
So ignorance, walking ignorance off the ship. Ignorant people,
Yes,
emotional people.
But I'm not. I don't want to name people.
Don't name people.
No.
We all know who they are.
And
I would say, me personally, I would like to walk hatred off the ship.
yeah.
I think that
That's a
at
good
the end
one.
of the day, there is no reason to hate people, especially for the people you described earlier that supposedly you were lying about. There is no reason to hate people based on how they look or what they claim to be. We should try and help these people at the end of the day. I think that love, at the end of the day, does triumph hate. And we should promote love over hate. So what do you want to get off your ship?
As the captain of this ship,
Yeah.
I want everyone to feel that they have a voice, that they can speak, and know that this show is tolerable and willing to listen and willing to learn. But I want the people who don't open their ears and open their eyes and open their mind to look in the mirror and ask themselves, what am I not agreeing with? What do I not see? What is it I'm not hearing that I can't rationally see? I want those people to take the week or the days between now and the time of next Tuesday's show to ask themselves. Send you emails, send us text messages, and let us learn. So I want the people who cannot row in the same direction with love and with hatred, to where they can't understand the difference between the two, to get off our show.
Great
I
answer.
agree.
And you can send us an email. The email is down in the description. Of course, at The Robb Crocker Show on Instagram and on YouTube and all the social media platforms. You can reach out to us there. But since you're here, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can stay updated with all the content we're uploading. And really, until next week, we'll see you later. Take
Have a
care.
good night.